How's it going, guys? So today I'm gonna dip out of work a little bit early. Emma's out, she's gone, so leaves me time to play around a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is drive out Old Lime Creek. I got a drone the other day, trying to improve on these videos a little bit. Pretty much I've been doing most of my filming on GoPro, which GoPros are awesome, don't get me wrong, but they fail to capture the scale of a lot of things. Eventually I'll get a nice video camera, but it's just not in the budget right now. So I did buy a drone with some video capability, and it was the cheapest, maybe not the cheapest drone, but one of the cheapest drones I could find that had good God, that had photo and video capability, and was decently rated in the reviews. So it was this guy here, which is the Skyline Drone X. It's definitely a cheap made little thing. I've been playing around with it, looking at the camera. There's just glue seams and all kinds of crap. But we're gonna take her out today and see if she flies. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm thinking Lime Creek. But you know what? That's what makes it an adventure, right? Don't know exactly where you're going or exactly what you're doing. We'll go out and do some exploring. How about that? We'll leave it there. All right, and we are on the road, guys. Take a look out the window at the view. Well, so far with the drone, it appears you get what you pay for. I was going to try to go drone footage some of the canyon, but I quickly realized there was 0% chance I was doing that today. This thing, like, it folds down nice, tight, compact. The camera doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great either. Yeah. I know nothing about drones. Now, I think I know that this is a cheap piece of junk. When you go up, it doesn't hover flat to begin with. Like, as it climbs, it just pulls the same way the whole time. Like the way this thing folds out, it's got two arms that are on top and two arms on bottom. And I mean, I should have thought about this as soon as I saw it come in the box, but the arms on top are getting better, more uninterrupted airflow than the arms on bottom, I think, because basically whichever arms are on top, the drone just wants to tilt and slide the other way. So you're constantly fighting that with the controller. While you're constantly fighting that, you're trying to watch the camera instead of the drone, because if you turn it in any direction, then you really lose orientation looking at it as to which way is going to take you, left, right, up, down, whatnot. And the other thing is, it just doesn't have enough juice. I held that dang thing full throttle straight up in the air and held back on the controller to try to keep it level, and it wouldn't climb more than 15-20 feet above the ground. Now, my opinion of the Skyline X drone is don't waste your dang money. It is a piece of junk. Son of a gun. So yeah, the road's a little muddier out here now thanks to the snow getting melted. Where I just tried to turn around up the other side. I was going up Cascade Creek, see how far that road went. Never been up there. Came to the end of it pretty quick, maybe half mile, and tried to turn around the spot that had the slickest patch of ground I think I've ever seen. It was frozen 3-4 inches down, and the 3-4 inches on top was so wet and soaked with water it was like snot on ice. But now we're out here on Lime Creek. This road's a lot rockier than the one on the other side. The one on the other side is pretty smooth, probably because not too many people travel it. So many people get on this guy, it wears the road in so much, all these rocks start poking up, big holes and ruts. And with these 20-inch rims I got on this dang thing, it makes me a little more worried about popping a tire than I otherwise would be. Next set of tires on this, we'll see. I'm thinking about getting these attachments for the end of your leaf springs. They're basically like shock absorbers for the end of your leaf springs. It's like another like coil spring on the end of your leaf springs just to soften the ride. And if I do that, that'll bring the truck up a little bit. If I do that in the front and rear. I don't know if I can do it in the rear or not yet. I gotta look into that. But if I do that, I'm probably gonna try to go up one tire size, 36 inches. And I'm dropping down to whatever the smallest rim is I can get on this thing. I'm guessing a 16, maybe a 17. Calipers are pretty big, but I think a 16 should do it. But we'll continue on up the road here, and I'll update you guys periodically. Show you some of the cool spots. Show you what Lime Creek Road's got to offer. You guys can probably see my hood peeling. That was one thing about this truck, the clear coat's going off of it. Eventually I'm gonna rhino line it or raptor line it or something. Put some kind of extra tough coating on the outside of the body. Not planning on doing the bed though, because I'm planning on putting an aluminum flatbed on it. Anyway, it's enough of me telling you guys about my truck. As you guys can see here, starting to get a little bit rowdier. Road's narrow. A few 100-foot drop off on the right-hand side. Cliff wall on the left-hand side. Boy, ain't she party? Can you imagine if you were driving down the road right in this section when this sumbitch broke loose? It'd be scary. I think it's gonna shove you off that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little bit of a problem. There's a tree in the road. Definitely ain't fitting around it. How heavy is it? Now I can move that, I think. Oh, in case you guys ever need to lift anything. Turning, snap back backwards, instant 20% boost in strength. Guaranteed. Bunch of camp spots down here. About halfway, maybe a little better than halfway through Lime Creek Road. Just some stickers there. Them bad boys. Just got one in the thigh. This here is Lime Creek, guys. While my wallet's still in my pocket, I don't need that out here. Beautiful. Let's give you guys a walk around here. Just kind of show you if you ever do come out this area looking for a place to camp. This ain't a bad spot. You're definitely going to have to deal with some other people. Lime Creek's pretty popular road to travel out here, and this is a big campsite area. There's probably, oh boy, I mean, there's probably 20 to 30 fire pits and setups in here, and then probably another 30 places you could pitch a tent. Alright guys, we are starting to climb back out. Starting to climb back out from down by Lime Creek. Just texted me and reminded me I told her I'd do trivia tonight, so that's why I've picked up the pace on the way out of here, because I don't know what time it is yet. I don't think she's told me, but I got to get back to Durango for trivia. Guys, so my general review, so I know I'm getting fairly close, probably 3/4 the way there or better, and I've come in almost this far. I feel like maybe the next finger ridge over is how far I've driven in from the other side, so I've pretty much seen all the terrain this has to offer. it is easily doable in anything from a RAV4 up to a bone stock 3500 or F350. Now, that being said, with the bigger rigs like mine, you're still fine, but you're gonna be limited in line choice in some areas. If you are somebody who's really scared of heights, this might not be the best road for you to drive. But if you are somebody who's like has a phobia of heights, that might be a problem for you. There's a really big drop off the side of the road in a couple places that are narrow. That road is definitely one car, no question. There's a couple spots that maybe somebody could have snuck by me, but if they were another full-size rig, I don't think they would have made it. So keep that in mind. If you're somebody who's not comfortable backing up on stuff like that, then you might want to think twice about it. Because if you have another car coming head on and you're halfway in between that thing, you might have to back up a quarter mile. In general, not very difficult off-road wise, technicality wise. Airing down your tires would definitely be a good idea for coming out here. But yeah, fun road, a lot of spots to camp. They're mostly clustered together, but there's a lot of them. A lot of fire pits dug and really cool places to come out and camp. Looks like it would be an awesome place to come spend a weekend, just hang out down by Lime Creek. Oh, snow's back. Let's hope she ain't too slick and that I can get up her, because, oh yeah, this is the only snowy spot. And she doesn't seem to get too slick. Don't worry, babe, I'm gonna make trivia. There's, looks like another camp spot right there. Show is. It show is. Alright, I've gone around like 3 finger ridges since the time I said, I think it's the next finger ridge is where I've driven to, and I haven't come to it yet. The one I've driven to has got power lines coming down it, and I haven't seen any power lines yet on this drive. Ooh, check that out. Camp spot there. So many places to camp off this road, man. I'm definitely coming back. Coming back with a lady and a tent. I think this one might be my favorite. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys where the entrance to this one is or not, to be honest with you. I might keep this one a secret from me. I know where I'm at now. I'm almost back to the road, so lady hadn't gotten back to me and told me what time yet, so it can't be too soon. Famous last words. I don't think I'm going to run all the way down there since I left the keys in the truck, left the truck running. So, next time me and the lady come up here and camp. Well guys, here we are on the north end of Lime Creek Road out the other side. So that's where you go into it on the north, where we just came out of. Had a little snow, a little mud, but not too shabby. Let me see if my makeshift exhaust hanger held up. It sure did. Like that. Redneck engineering right there. Redneck engineering. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out and riding with me. Hope to see you guys back here again soon. Keep on adventuring.